Auburn police are investigating on what led up to two people getting shot last night. They found both of the men on 29th Street Southeast around 10. They both had at least one gunshot wound. One went to Harborview, the other went to Valley Medical Center for treatment. Right now they have no suspects. Well, it's 12:05 and let's take a live look outside. We are checking out Friday Harbor, and even though it is pretty cloudy out there, it is still a very beautiful shot. Frankie Catafias is joining us from the Pinpoint Weather Center. And Frankie, yeah, it's cloudy and I see some green behind you too.
Yeah, a little precipitation is already moving in, Niku. We've been keeping a close eye on it for most of this morning. Now, we have already seen that the coastal areas are getting their healthy little serving of some of that rain, some of it sneaking into portions of the southwest interior and areas of the South Sound, and we'll continue to see that moving more inland as the evening progresses. Right now you can see some of the groundwork that's already being laid with some of this thicker cloud cover, giving us a bit of a misty appearance from our Emerald Queen Casino camera and our Queen Anne cam. Now I do want to tell you right now, temperatures are pretty refreshing. We're still sitting somewhere in the low 60s, Bellingham in the high 60s with 67, and along the coast we're sitting in those high 50s. Now temperatures are going to stay pretty consistent, but that weather is going to be a little bit all over the place. This is one of several days of rain that we have coming our way. So coming up in my full forecast, we'll be tracking hour by hour what you can expect and of course where you can expect it. Nico.
Thanks, Frankie. Well, did you hear or did you feel the ground shake? Because people all over the Puget Sound felt the ground shake. According to the Pacific Northwest Seismic Network, a magnitude 4.3 earthquake was reported in the area. Now, the epicenter of the earthquake was around Morrowstone Island. That's near Port Townsend. Seismologists like Harold Tobin say earthquakes like these happen more than we realize.
A reminder that we live in an earthquake-prone region. We know we have earthquake hazards here. That's very well understood and documented. A larger earthquake could always happen, and we should be prepared for those.
Pacific Northwest Seismic Network did respond about not sending out an alert today. They say it's because the quake wasn't big enough. Seattle and Port Angeles only had 11 seconds. Port Townsend had 5 before they felt the shaking. That's because the quake was only 35 miles deep. Now, experts say this is a good reminder to prepare for an earthquake. They say you should create a safety plan, prepare for an earthquake safety kit, identify and fix possible hazards inside your home which can fall, and then practice dropping, covering, and holding. And this month is the perfect time to do it because October 19th is the Great Washington Shakeout, a day dedicated to participating in an earthquake plan. Also, heads up to people in Edmonds, the city experiencing a citywide phone problem right now. They can't receive calls on the business line. Edmonds police sent out the alert. Fortunately, it does not impact 911 services. They'll send out an update when the troubles are resolved. And Seattle police say they caught a Des Moines man who's been dealing drugs across the Belltown neighborhood. Here's the haul they recovered: more than 3,000 grams